Hi, Balan. It's really a pleasure to see you here in this conference. And we know you are fairly new to the Microsoft integration space, even though you've been with Microsoft for some time. Tell us a bit more about, what's your background, what's your role. It will be helpful for us to understand. Yeah.
Sure. Thanks for having me here, Saravana. So I've been at Microsoft about 6 years now, and my background is all in cloud platforms and building platform services. So before Microsoft, I was at AWS building the simple workflow service, and then at Heroku building the enterprise platform. And at Microsoft, my role today is as the director of the product team for the Azure App Platform. We build multiple services and frameworks that help developers, and I use the term developers very broadly. It's pretty much anyone involved in developing business value through software. So we build platform services for developers everywhere of all shapes and sizes. And the key thing here is we think about integration as a core part of application development. So we think it's evolving from being a very specialized function done by few people into more of a broader platform where all the different stakeholders within an organization are involved in integrating systems, people, and also building new applications on top of that. So yes, I'm new to the integration space, but I have some background in terms of like simple workflow, and my passion is all about how do we enable integration specialists and developers to collaborate well together. So yeah, that's what I do today.
Yeah, thanks. I think that kind of clarifies, it's important, to understand your background a bit more. And, we're really happy to have somebody like you with that kind of experience into this space. And, there's a lot of things happening over this thing. And for this Integrate 2022 event, you pretty much brought your entire team here.
Yeah.
That's it's a really big commitment in terms of time and mainly time, right? Like bringing nearly 20 people from your team all the way here. And then, so what do you think the value you got out of this event, and if you explain a bit more about it?
Yeah, definitely. This has been a great event for us. It's a week well spent in London, meeting customers and partners and actual users of our product. And I think great things can happen when a very active user community, and partners such as yourself, and a customer-obsessed team like ours at Microsoft, they all come together, great things can happen, and that's what's happened here. So much we've learned about what our customers actually want from our products, and that's what we hope to take back into our product team, into our engineering team. We've already started having conversations with our engineering team back home on, hey, this is what we're learning, and this is how we want to kind of fine-tune our product plans to meet the needs of our customers as soon as we can. So yeah, it's been a great exercise. As you mentioned, it's my first time here. I'm like super excited to meet everybody, super excited to meet the folks at Kowai, and yeah, it's been a great event.
Great, so we do products as well, and we understand how important it is to get connected to the customers, right?
Yes.
We as a product company, we can think whatever we want, but at the end of the day, it's like making a film. You do whatever you want. The first show will tell you whether it's a success or a failure.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Same applies to us as well. The next question is, okay, what do you think of this event Integrate from an audience perspective? Why should somebody in the Microsoft integration space should attend this event? Because we've been running it for the last 10 years now.
Yeah.
And we wanted to continue doing this because it's turned out to be one of the important events for the Microsoft integration community. So what is the messaging for you to the people in that community?
Yeah, the pace of change and innovation in this space is quite fast, right? And there's so much to learn, so many different products that are coming out, features that are coming out. As you noted in your opening remarks, many of our major announcements have been made here. And there is an opportunity to talk to the actual people building those features and products to understand how to start using them and so on. And then all the conversations that happen in the hallways, right? Like the sessions are great. We had a wide range of sessions. Like we had, a deep dive into how to think about eventing in terms of terminology and things like that. We had a lot of practical demos and code sessions. We had roadmap sessions where we spoke about what's coming next. So there's a lot to gain from actually being here and not only taking all of that in, but also being able to interact with other people. And then, of course, the hallway conversations and the coffee conversations over coffee, sharing best practices, just networking, understanding who's who. And it doesn't stop here, right? Like it goes on to, conversations that happen after the event as well. So, yeah, I would totally encourage everyone to be here, next year and the years down the road, because this is a great community and you want to be part of that community.
Yeah, thank you, Balan, for such sweet words about the event. And one final question: I know you did a fantastic presentation on your opening keynote, and something around the topic. Like, if you want to condense and say, what is your roadmap for the Microsoft integration, where we are, and what things people can expect in the upcoming months or years will be fantastic.
Yeah, definitely. We think of this as a very exciting opportunity because it helps us take our existing customers and help them become more cloud native and cloud first. But we also think, there's two clear areas for us. One is enterprise integration, and the other is application development and application modernization. And we see the technologies that we're bringing to market as a core part of both of those. So in the next few months, I should say, well, you will see more and more of how these different products come together to solve for both enterprise integration use cases, and then build on top of that into modern application development. So that was the content of my keynote, and that's what we hope to do in the next few months.
Okay. Thank you very much, Balan. It's once again, it's a real pleasure to have you here. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Covey.co